leave the "what are you" question for last. What the what the hell? Why? Hello everyone, XFalcon here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Tokyo Dark. So last episode was pretty much just about investigating about this so-called The Collector. And so yeah, last episode we got information from 3 different persons about this collector. And yeah, each time the collector always asks something in return. And based from my theory, this so-called collector is a collector of sentimental stuff, because yeah, and based from that, I assume this guy or girl, whatever, is not is bad news. Because yeah, he is either a stalker, or it's kind of weird how he or she knows what his clients want, as well as either that, or he's got something something supernatural going on about him. Maybe something similar to Reina, I don't know. But yeah, every time we got a new information about this the collector, we got 1 crane in this elevator, and now that we've got 3 cranes, we can now actually ride the elevator towards the collector. So now let's see who this collector really is. And I'm not exactly liking it. Okay? And I'm not exactly liking this view either. No. This doesn't seem right. Doesn't match the descriptions I got at all. Yup. What was that? Who's there? Who's there? Reina? Is that you? Or where? Where is she? Huh? Who's there? Look around you. Interesting, isn't it? It said the cranes can grant a wish. What is it you wish for? I've never been one to believe in wishes. Are you him? The collector? Okay, there's a face now there. That was kind of creepy. Suddenly, just coming out, picking out on a hole. Collector, Crow, one of many names given to me over the years. But we've no time to waste on such boring, trivial things as introductions. Don't you want to know who I am? Yeah, who exactly are you? Oh, I know who you are, Detective Vito. Or should I say, investigator. So hard to keep straight. I suppose it's irrelevant what you call yourself now, as you've arrived exactly where you need to be. What does that mean? Something's different, yes. What is it, I wonder? That's it. You're like me, after a fashion. And what does that mean again, exactly? You see things differently from those around you. The world is not so solid and unchanging as it is for them. Things bend, they break. Am I wrong? No, nothing's been the same since Kamakura. Yes, of course. The girl you murdered, Reina. Was that your fault? No, that wasn't. Of course it wasn't. She gave me no choice. Something made me... Yup, I mean that is the truth, Something made Ito do it. Then you are a puppet, dancing at the end of your strings to a tune you cannot hear. No, that's not what I said. I'm no one's puppet. Are you so sure, Detective? Do you really feel like everything you've done is under your control? When faced with the impossible, you're so certain that every choice you make is your own. I guess in a way, Ito is a puppet controlled by me. Or the player, I should say. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they're made for me. Which is easier, I wonder? The knowledge that the cause of all your suffering and your joy is of your own doing, or someone else's? I don't have time for this. Of course, our conversation has tilted towards the philosophical, but you are not here for philosophy. You want something more tangible. I want information, facts. No, it is my business to know what people desire, and that is not what you seek. What is it you want, truly? Tanaka, I want to know what really happened to him. It's not only that. I want to know what's happening to me too. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm tired of chasing after clues that lead to dead ends. Perhaps I can be of some help to you. But first, please indulge me. I have a few questions. I'm curious, so curious. You're such a unique visitor after all. Yes, nothing like the others. Fine, what do you want to know? I find it interesting that someone like you would drink on the job. That was my fault actually. I chose that option. Huh, you mean in the hostess bar 2 weeks ago? Yeah, what of it? It seems so obvious a mistake. Why did you make it? Yeah, why did I make it? It felt good, I don't know. For information. Yep, at the time I just took a sip just for information, to have Miho on my side. It was for the case. I didn't think I'd get information otherwise. Not that it changed anything. On the night of your partner's disappearance, you found your way into the sewer using a man. Why him? What man? You mean Goto? He was an idiot. A witness saw him. The hostess wasn't helpful. A witness saw him, I think. What? Why did I use him? I'm not sure. A witness placed him in that sewer. Why not go directly to the source? What is this? Some sort of psych test? I came here for answers. Enough with the games. It's no game, detective. I can give you what you seek. This is my price. That's it? If you wanted information to use against me, seems you've already got enough. Blackmail? How pedestrian. Simplistic. No, I've no interest in that. Then what do you want? Everything I collect brings me closer to an understanding, much like you. Only the puzzle I assemble is considerably larger, and the piece you provide is well worth the trouble. Shall we continue? Do I have a choice? You've already made it. You show such little patience, detective. Surprising, considering the effort you took to get here. The girl, Reina, she's the one you've been chasing, yes? Let's talk about her. Why didn't you shoot her again in the sewer? She was holding your dear Tanaka at knife point. Why didn't you pull the trigger? Because to keep her talking, she didn't deserve it. I didn't want to hurt anyone. I should have. Yeah, should I have pulled the trigger? To keep her talking, she didn't deserve it. Yeah, I think she doesn't deserve it. I mean, if this so-called dark is true, then, she's not at fault. And if she's messed up in the head, that's not her fault either. So either way, he doesn't deserve to get hurt, or at least I think so. But after she killed Tanaka, I don't know anymore. But yeah, as much as possible, we're on the more of the justice side of the law, I should say, the good side of the law. Reina was clearly sick, out of her mind. What was shooting her going to prove? Yep, exactly my point. Interesting, most interesting. Though she's gone, the sleepless nights continue, don't they? You've taken your pills 4 times already, have you not? Clearly, you are worried about your sanity. Whoa, 4 times? Really? Oh yeah, I took it, on 3 separate occasions, but the 3rd time I drank the pills 2 times just to see what would happen, but unfortunately it just gave me 1 points on my stats. So yeah, how did the so-called collector know about it? That's so weird. Does it not make you question the futility of it all? Most interesting. Perhaps you've told me enough. Yes, it is most useful. I accept this trade. In return, you want... what was it? Ah yes, that's right. A path, a way forward. I suppose it's your turn to ask the questions now. And so what should I ask? What are you? The mask? Where is Tanaka? Is he alive? Yeah, I'd rather not ask about the collector. I'm wasting my questions here. So, where is Tanaka? Is he alive? Yup. Is in the dark. Whether he lives? That is more difficult. The dark. That's not the first time I've heard that. What is it? Where can I find it? A better question is, where can it not be found? Can you not feel it around you? Hey! That's bad sign. Don't you shitty jump scares don't appear, please. Following you at every turn. It pays great mind to those within its walls. You know of whom I speak? The common thread that binds all the misery in your heart. Reina. And if that's where she is, Tanaka must be there too. The girl's thread is a complicated one. Yes, very tangled. It begins in Kabukicho. Did I pronounce that correctly? And a talent agency called Omega. Kabukicho. I know it well enough. As I imagine any officer of the law would. The dark is a sacred place. It lives and breeds, changes shape, and goes where it pleases. And it is the girl whose suffering determines its shape. Without understanding its root, you will never find your way, or it could tear you apart, like it almost has already. Okay, more questions. The mask. I guess I'll leave the "what are you" question for last. What? What the hell? Why? That mask is really creeping me out. Seriously. I don't know why, but I get the hunch that you'll know what this is. What is it? Reina was obsessed with it. It must be important, but I can't figure it out. Ah, I see. A most interesting relic. It makes people do the most fascinating things. You even attacked a fellow officer to get it, did you not? Yeah, I kind of did. Although I think that's not the mask's fault, it was mine. Why did Reina want it so badly? It is a tool. Instead of living in fear of it, why not use it? It may be the key that will help you find your precious Tanaka. Though as powerful as it is, one cannot expect it to use it knowing nothing about it. You said it yourself, it all started in Kamakura. The Kawanas have quite a history with that mask. The Kawanas? Mai? The Shrine Maiden girl? Her grandmother was the one who gave it to me. The very same. It gives me the creeps. Maybe I should have gotten rid of it. Don't do that. You'll never find your way without it. Why do you know? How do you know that? A dressmaker, a cat breeder, a blackmailer. Seems that no one in this town can agree on anything about you, except your name. There's no way anyone could know what you do. It's impossible. So what are you? Take a look around you. Is it not familiar? Can you not smell it? The stench of corruption. I've been here for so long, longer than you can imagine. Feeling the desires, the loves, the hatred of mankind flow through this place. For you, detective, I am exactly who you need me to be. How, or rather now, shall we return our attention to the matter at hand? Our trade, after all, was not for the knowledge of how I fit into your story. It was for a way to clear the... how did you put it? Ah, yes. To clear the dead ends you run up against. Let us reconsider your problem. The mask and the dark are inexorably linked. Pursuing one without the other is futile. Now, you are an enemy of the dark, it will reject you without understanding it, and you'll be lost without the necessary tool. Which is the mask, I assume? How will I know when a path's been opened? Ask your puppet master. My end of the bargain has been upheld. And who's my puppet master? Or rather, who's Ito's puppet master? Me? I don't know. You seem awfully eager to help me. What's the catch? Something tells me I'm going to regret talking to you. Paranoia. An unnecessary feeling. As I said, people fascinate me, especially ones as unique as yourself. You are a detective. I've only given you the tools you need to finish the job. From there, now that is the interesting part. I look forward to seeing your progress. Consider your debt to me partially repaid. The rest I shall collect at another time. Tell me, my little puppet, if you can see your strings, does your dance not continue? Until we meet again. Okay. And now he disappears. Creepily. Well, that was interesting, I think. Anyway, I think it's evening now, if I'm seeing this correctly. And so, where to next? Kabukicho maybe? The air in the collector's basement was stagnant and heavy. If I had stayed any longer, I felt like it may have suffocated me. For the time I was there, Akiba faded away into a distant memory. I returned to the surface, put my hand to shield my eyes from the sunlight, and listened to the people on the street. Also, it's not evening yet, maybe late afternoon. Their conversation seemed so pointless, part of a world I no longer belonged to. The busy sounds of the street swept the cobwebs from my mind, forcing me to remember everything I told the collector and everything he impossibly knew. I told him so much, but did I have a choice? Maybe he was right, and I was a puppet after all. At that moment, it didn't matter. The dark and the mask both belonged to a world I was now a part of. Normal methods of investigation wouldn't lead me to them. Countless paths were narrowed to two, and I had no choice but to march forward toward the leads I'd been given. As I left Akiba behind, one thing bothered me. How did the collector know so much about me? Was I really so easy to read? I didn't have time to dwell on it. Kazuki and Reina were in the dark. That much had been all but confirmed. And now I had the means, however impossible, to find them. Two paths, the mask and the dark. Both were necessary, and I had to make a choice of which to follow first. Chase after a talent agency in Tokyo's red light district, or back to Kamakura to visit mine. The girl I nearly got killed. Neither seemed very appealing. My logical side didn't understand how either would help, but as everything around me cracked and crumbled away, logic didn't matter anymore. I had to choose, or maybe something would choose for me. Yep, I will choose for you, don't worry. Anyway, we've got two choices, either Kamakura or Kabukicho. What should I choose? I mean, I've been to Kamakura before, and I didn't like that place at all, especially her grandmother's house. So, I don't know, maybe let's try Kabukicho, just to see something different. I assume Kabukicho would mean following the dark, while going to Kamakura would mean following the mask. Which one's safer for Ayami's sake? Anyway, our sanity is still in the negative. That's bad. Even our neurosis is at the negative. So, I don't know. Kabukicho, Kamakura. Anyway, let me guys decide for a bit. And so I chose Kabukicho because, yeah, I gave it a few minutes of thought, and yeah, I thought why not go to a new place instead of Kamakura, because I don't know what we'll find here. We'll see. At least we get to go to a new place, and I think this is the red light district. Yeah, I think so. So there may be bad people here, maybe gangs, the Yakuza, who knows. Unless there's a big sign advertising it, which I highly doubt, you'll need to ask around to find it. And what's this place? Based on the dragon motifs and the general blah blah blah, I guess this place is no normal bar. Okay, yeah, it's definitely related to the Yakuza. Anything that has dragons on it is related to the Yakuza. Anyway, let's listen to the police. Hey, hold up, don't I know you? Who, me? Yeah, you, unless you're hiding someone behind your back. Aren't you the defensive, or the detective, whose face was all over town a few weeks back? Yeah, that's it. How didn't I recognize you before? Hey guys, didn't someone from HQ come by and ask us about her earlier? Maybe we should call it in. Hold on, Denjiro. You really think that's a good idea? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not risking my job over some nobody detective. Yeah, well, call it in to HQ and you might be risking more than your job if you know what I mean. Ryu's right. Why should we stick our necks out when she hasn't even done anything wrong? Being on leave doesn't mean she can walk around, does it? I'm with Ryu. I doubt I need to remind you boys what happens when you ruffle the wrong feathers at HQ. You guys can't be serious. Look, I'm not saying we arrest her, only you're going to piss off the wrong people, Denjiro. I don't know how much more obvious I need to be for you to get it. No one, not even the detective here, is worth bringing down her wrath. Who's her? Maybe one of the upper people in HQ? Especially right now. Things aren't exactly on stable ground around here since the Mifune family shakeup. Don't need a repeat of Officer Ono. Pegged for promotion one day and then some anonymous tip comes into HQ that Ono's been selling a little dope on the side. Even got a gun to tie him to a crime scene. Yeah, a gun that's mysteriously gone missing from evidence. You think that story is true? Does it really matter if it is or not? The point is, he asked too many questions around here and now he's in jail. Some police we are, held hostage by some woman. Screw it. Maybe you guys are right. Suppose if that guy from HQ asks again, we can say we didn't see any detective tonight. That's right, we didn't see you, and you definitely didn't talk to us. Got it? Yeah, I got it. Being on the street around here isn't exactly an easy position to be in, huh? You mean at the bottom? Yeah, doesn't give us a whole lot of options. Feels like I'm always stuck between HQ and all the other shit going on around here. I'm not sure which is worse, honestly. You read the papers, don't you, detective? You heard about the Mifune family, right? Yeah, I'm sure she has. And that's all you need to say on the subject. You never know who's working for who around here, so put a lid on it. Listen, detective, whatever you think we are or what you think goes on around here, it isn't so simple as good cops and bad cops. Remember that. Kabukicho might not be perfect, but we do our best to keep the peace, right? Right. Like Ryu said, we're trying our best. So don't cause any trouble for us and we'll return the favor by not letting HQ know about this. Why would you even need to let HQ know about Ito being here? I mean, she hasn't done anything yet. There's plenty scarier than HQ out there, that's for sure. Why don't you move along, detective? I think I'll do just that. Good luck, officers. Okay then. Anyway, there's a crime scene over here, I think. Let's talk to them. Hey lady, you need something? There's nothing to see here, so why don't you move along? Why should I? You said yourself there's nothing to see after all. Bit of advice for you. If you're trying to keep someone from staying out of your business, I wouldn't lead with nothing to see here. Yeah, makes the one hearing it more curious, to be honest. See? She thinks so too. Every time you say nothing to see here, people stop and stare at us instead of actually moving along. Nothing to see here really does kind of make me wanna look more, you know? Exactly. It's kind of sinister, nothing to see here. That's what cops say when there's definitely, without a doubt, something's worth seeing. Yeah. Thanks a lot for the advice, boys. Last I checked, it was you who worked for me, not the other way around. Alright. No need to be so damn touchy. All we're saying is that unless you want every passerby in Kabukicho stopping to stare at us, you could try zipping it. Zip it? Is that how you talk to all your employers? You are aware of who I work for, right? Right? Digging a hole in is the least of your worries. So do as I say. These jobs are the worst. What exactly are you guys doing? All of a sudden, I can't help but wonder what some suit is doing standing by a construction site. Have to agree with the little lady on that one. Far as I can tell, we're pulling up a strip of concrete for no damn reason at all. No reason? Far from it. Scheduled maintenance requested by the building's owner. There were complaints of people falling or getting hurt because of the uneven pavement. So my employer generously offered her own money to fix it. Maintenance, huh? Seemed perfectly fine to me until we started hacking into it, and you seem awfully impatient for us to fill it back in. Maybe it's got something to do with that little thing you had wrapped in cloth before? Shut up, or I'll ask you to dig 2 more holes after this one. 2 more? Ooh, I get it. I think that was meant to be some sort of threat. Yes, exactly. I mean, what you said wasn't exactly threatening. Honestly, I've heard better. Is he trying to imply that he's going to make us cover ourselves in concrete? Kind of a boring threat. What kind of employer is this? Fine, bad joke. Maybe you two should remember you're being paid very generously to be here, so shut it. And you, miss, would you please kindly move along? As you can see, I'm busy enough with these two without any additional distractions. Okay then. So this club, I assume we're gonna be doing something there. So as usual, I'll give you guys a cliffhanger. I assume something's going to happen inside that club, or maybe not. But yeah, I think we've progressed enough for now. So we've talked to the collector, discovered a little bit of who he is, and what he wants in exchange for information. And now we're here in Kabukicho, searching for the dark, or maybe following the path of the dark, or yeah, I don't know how I should say it. But yeah, I'll continue in the investigation about Reina and her talent agency Omega for the next episode. So yeah, if you like the video, do like it, comment as well if you have anything to say and stuff, and hopefully you subscribe as well. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.